Hey guys, my name is Eric, and for this week's round of projects, I was assigned to take over the social media accounts. I was assigned to take over our class's Twitter handle at Oz Health Tech. Um, this project was more for us to know the responsibilities behind taking over a social media account and how important it is to post content out there, and also the responsibility behind it, and how um, to make the process a little bit easier, and just so we can get that experience on taking over a social media account. I thought this project was very helpful for us because we're always on social media, and it allows us to just know the responsibilities behind taking over a health social media account. As I'll be discussing this video of certain tools that I use during my experience, and the articles that I have read during this experience to help me before I started posting things. It was kind of, I did some research beforehand to help me better understand what to do during this process, and how it helped me throughout my project, and how important it was for me to do these things. Um, I'll be also showing some of the things that I posted during the week, and how I can improve upon this stuff for the future, for myself, and also for just for other people, so they know what it kind of takes to take over a social media account. So the first thing I'll be talking about is the article that I read, which was about taking about social media accounts that have a big presence, such as like CrossFit and like accounts like that. They're more health oriented and more exercise oriented, um, because that was the focus that I wanted to take during this project. So it was very helpful for me reading about companies such as CrossFit, how they have a certain target audience, but they aren't limited. And I took that into account when I was reading this, um, and when I was doing my social media, just because that's very important when it comes to posting things. You have to know there's a certain audience and what you want to focus on, and I took that into account because I wanted to focus on more of like health, um, such as like running, stretching, positivity, like quotes and things of that nature. So I wanted to combine everything. So I thought it was important to look at other um, social media accounts, and that's what the article that I read discussed. Um, Also, during this experience, I was I learned about Buffer. Buffer is a very useful app that will allow you to schedule your posts throughout the day or for the week, and it allows for you to have more flexibility. You're allowed to put when you want the post to go up, and it also suggests things as pictures to put up with your post. It's a very helpful tool if you're busy throughout the day, or if you just are busy one day, let's say, and you want to post things for an account, you can schedule it the night before or the morning of for the time that it'll go up. So this is very useful for people that might be busy, or just that like to have things organized throughout the day. I thought it was very helpful for me, just because I'm an athlete, and to sometimes post things, it might be difficult for me because I have practice, classes, and social time, things of that nature. So I thought Buffer was very helpful throughout this process, and I think it will be helpful for many of you who might be taking over an account, or just for your own personal accounts to use Buffer. Um, Also during my project, I focused on things such as like health, and running and nutrition and things of that nature. I thought that this project was very helpful for me personally, because in the future I do want to have a social media account for my own personal like building block, so people I can get my name out there. So I thought this was helpful because during the project we were assigned to make kind of curations, which for me, I focused on like positive quotes for one of them, and for the other, I posted exercises to do when the weather is bad, when you can't go to the gym. Um, these type of things are that are important to me, such as working out, exercising, the importance of nutrition. So it was kind of cool to create my own little posters or little images and put it out, and for people to see it and to get feedback back from it. And it's just very rewarding when you post something out there and people respond back to it, or they see it as helpful, or that you're helping people with what you're doing. And that's what I got from this project, was that all the tools, such as like researching and Buffer, like they were very helpful. And I think just like this whole project was just very helpful for me, and just for just learning about the responsibilities. I just thought this whole project was just very much rewarding and very useful for my future, um, going on with my career. So I think I'll definitely be using some of these tools in the future, and it'll help me improve upon my social media skills. Because before this, I think I struggle a little bit more understanding how to go about this. Usually, um, I would just like step right in. But I felt like just the way that this project was oriented, it helped me better focus on my strengths when it comes to posting things or making the curations that we made during this project. I just thought this project overall was very helpful for me personally. And I think there are some things that I could have improved upon, such as maybe posting a couple more times throughout the day, or maybe posting more things that some people wanted to know about. Um, but for the future, I'll definitely be using Buffer, because that was 100% useful. Canva was also what I used to make the curations, and Canva was very useful during this, just because it made things so much easier. I was able to make two curations in about like 20 minutes, and it didn't take too much work, and it wasn't that hard to use. So I feel like in the future, I'm definitely going to use Canva um, for my social media accounts. Overall, I just felt like this project was very useful, and like my experience during it was fun. It wasn't as stressful as I thought it was going to be, just because Buffer made that a lot easier. Overall, I just think this project was very helpful for me personally, and I learned a lot throughout the process, such as like the importance of knowing when to post, also when not to post, or and just to know when people look at social media, just looking at the data and things of that nature. It was just very, you never think about how much thought has to go into things like this. You see other people post on their social media accounts, and you just think it would be so simple. But I realized throughout this project that it's not that simple. It takes a good amount of work, and I felt like that's what I can take away from this project, and I thought it was very useful in that aspect. So overall, my experience was very positive. There are some areas I could have improved upon, but overall, I just thought this was very helpful.